what I want to know is how you became a mental health advocate. Did something happen to you mental health wise or around you where you were like, this, I gotta be an advocate for this?
Yeah, 100%. So transitioning out of the military, I had a really tough time transitioning out of the military. I think there was a couple of compounding factors. I think that one of the transition itself is just extremely difficult. Two, I was doing it during the middle of COVID, so I was like isolated throughout this entire period. Three, I think especially coming from, and this is not to make light of like any veteran or like any career path inside of the military, but I think that special operations individuals like I think that our sense of purpose is so closely tied to being a special operator and that mission set that like when you are stripped of that, and that's what it feels like when you leave the military and you go into, for me it was just like okay, now I'm just like this sales rep that goes into ORs and sells these hemostatics and sealants, and like I'm just like Joe Schmo. So there's like a little bit of an ego check as well. But those three things combined, so going out of the military, about a year in, I started having suicidal ideations, and finally was able to get some help and reconnected with some buddies from the military. Um, Got on a medication and started seeking out therapy. And through that experience, like I realized how unnecessary that whole experience truly was. And my whole goal since then has been, figure out ways to educate people and help them realize like if you're there, like you don't need to be. And there's also hope that like even if you're feeling that way right now, like just go out, let's talk about it and have a conversation, because it all starts from having a conversation and getting that ball rolling and starting to address your mental health, because that's something that everybody talks about, like the financial and career aspect of a transition, but nobody really talks about the mental health and mindset side of it. And for somebody that was, for individuals, especially coming from the special operations community that are so, strong mentally, they've proven that they're very strong mentally, to then admit that you need help. It's a big leap. And so that's why I've been so passionate about helping people with their mental health.
How did you know, and what was it like for you emotionally to ask for help?
Yeah, it wasn't easy. It still isn't easy. Like I still don't like asking for help. I still like to do things on my own and power through them. But it's like so unnecessary, because there's so many people that are out there like willing to help, and it's like totally natural there's a lot of like stressors that I've gone through post military, like having kids. So that's like, that's its own challenge in and of itself. Doing it the first time, I think, makes everything like a little bit easier from there. Being vulnerable and just like having a group of people around you that you can lean on. And, like if you're having a tough day, like my business partners, like Kevin and Bo, like Bo is my business partner on a startup that we have that's in stealth mode right now. But there's like been days in the last like 6 months where I've been like, dude, I can't do it. I can't do it today. Like I'm checked out. And just having like those people, like where you can tell that to, and them like have your back, and like then reach out to you immediately after and like call you and be like, dude, what's going on? Like, do you need to talk? And like those are the people that you need to surround yourself with when you're just in general, really. You need to have good men and good women in your corner to help you through just life in general. We all need it, whether or not you're going through a mental health crisis or not.